Hello, my name is Maria Vargas. I'm going to talk about the X and Y theory that I used as part of my final research project. One of the most important decisions that a person makes in their life is their career choice. And in order for them to achieve this, they seek the proper guidance to look for a college that will motivate them to pursue their career path. As such, it is imperative that the college experience they receive be one that will leave a very positive impact in their life. Um, Unfortunately, there have been instances where students are not provided with the proper guidance, and then this leads them to come across educational obstacles that in some way or another do not lead them into the right career path. And relating to such organizational issues, some theories come in one way or another help the educational setting establish better customer service skills and in providing an exceptional education experience to our students. Three of the theories that I studied and which I will use in this presentation have in one way or another a significant impact on the organizational culture. The three theories that I will apply in this paper include Elton Mayo, Max Weber, and Douglas McGregor. I will be relating more to the theory of the Douglas McGregor, which includes the X and Y theory and the types of personalities that they have and behaviors and how this impacts a student's college experience, and thus later leads to the issues that we're currently having, which is like low recruitment in the Starr County area. The first theories that I'm going to talk about is Max Weber. He was the bureaucratic theory. The bureaucratic theory is one that was designed by Mr. Weber and is based on the belief that there should be organizational rules, procedures, and policies that need to be outlined and followed in an organization. As such, he believed that there should be distribution of tasks so that work could be done effectively and efficiently. He believed that the employees of an organization were recruited based on their areas of expertise, and he believed in specific power decisions and a hierarchy manner of structural of the organizational structure of a company. In today's world, we could see this like in a college system. The college system relies in this type of way because it has the organizational structure that is set up in the hierarchy manner, where we have the college president, the vice president, we've got student affairs, we've got the vice president of finance, we've got academic deans, we've got faculty, we have staff. And as such, each person is hired based on their area of expertise so that they could lead and have the best type of experience in that area. For instance, since I'm speaking about the programs that I work with, the faculty of the physical therapist assistant programs are faculty that have to have a degree in physical therapy and who are also licensed professionals. These would be the only type of instructors that could be teaching in the PTA program. So as such, this would be something that we would use currently in the college setting. The type of organizational structure that allows, this is the type of organizational structure that will allow college administrators and faculty and staff to work efficiently and effectively to deliver the best positive college experience to all students. The other one that I'm going to be speaking about is Elton Mayo, and he believed in the human relation theory. The human relation theory was developed by Elton Mayo, and he had great expertise in the human relations field. He worked with two of his colleagues to study how the change of the working conditions improved an employee's performance and overall work output. He identified the importance of understanding an employee's wants and needs, and how when a person is understood and their needs are met, how their jobs, they become very they have a great job satisfaction, and their output of a result of an employee's is when they're felt appreciated. As such, when an employee feels appreciated, they tend to put more effort into the type of work that they do, and they are more efficient in what they do as well. When employees have a sense of belonging to a group and are not singled out is what makes a big difference also in an employee's work performance. The importance of respect And having a good, healthy interpersonal relationship in the workplace is also very essential when it comes to the human relation theory and applying it to employees and their work performance. This type of human relation theory can actually be seen in any type of employment and organization today. Okay, the human relation, like I mentioned, is the theory that leads employee satisfaction and that later leads to better work performance. Douglas McGregor established the X and Y theory. These are theories that he developed based on his past life experiences. Both theories indicate the style of leadership that is dependent on how managers perceive their employees. For instance, the X theory perceives an employee as being one that is not self-motivated. It's this type of employee that is considered to be lazy. This is a type of employee that does not like to get their work done. This is a type of employee where the leadership would come in and say, work with the incentive and punishment type of a program to try to get them to do what they have to do. The theory Y perceives an employee more of being more trustworthy, more responsible, people that are self-motivated, people that love to get their work done. In this theory, this is where employees have a high satisfaction and they do their work to fulfill the vision and the goals of the organization. Both of these theories are seen in a lot of the organizational that we see in today's world. You know, they could be seen in a medical office, it could be seen in a college setting, it could be seen in retail, it could be seen in a restaurant. And what's considered to be a bad influence is the ones in the X theory, and the ones that are considered to be a positive influence are the ones in the Y theory. I've worked in the college setting for over 19 years, and it has always been my interest to follow the mission, the vision, and the goals of the university. Working in the school setting requires for us as employees to have specific characteristics and professional behaviors. And when we're dealing with students as such, you know, we're as a person's dealing with students, we need to be caring, we need to be respectful, we need to have excellent interpersonal communication skills, we need to be able to be team players, to work collaborative with other people amongst the college and other departments, and even outside the college when it comes to dealing with the public and dealing with high schools when we go into recruitments. All of these are values that help employees shape into a professional that is committed to do their job the best they can. As I mentioned, I've worked for the college for over 19 years, and I've been committed to help students and have a good, positive experience in their educational pathway. I have worked as a program advisor as well, in which I help the student from step one into getting into registering for the college, setting up to take the college placement exams, and then going forth and taking the requirements for our programs that I work with. The college has the purpose statement that states that South Texas College is innovative, a public post-secondary institution that provides quality education and career pathways for people and communities of Hidalgo and Starr counties. The college achieves student success, nurtures talent development, and promotes vitality through collaborative and creative approaches to teaching, learning, and support services. As such, to make sure as employees that we follow through with the purpose and statement of the college, we make it an effort to offer the same type of career opportunities for all students in Hidalgo and Starr counties. I work with both occupational therapy and physical therapy assistant programs, and we are trying to allow students in Starr County to be able to take all of their prerequisites in that area without having to leave their hometown. And then when they're ready to apply to the program, and if they get accepted, then they would continue with our program here in McAllen, which would be at the Nursing and Allied Health campus. So in an effort for us to offer these types of courses over there, we've opened up what we call our introductory courses, which is the Introduction to Physical Therapy and the Principles of Occupational Therapy. Assistant introductory courses, and what we're doing is that we've opened it up over there and they're being taught collaboratively, where we have an instructor in our campus here in McAllen, and then it's a collaborative course where the students are over there in Starr County. And then our faculty go out there and they meet with them once a week and they do lab activities and so forth. So we've been having issues within the past year where we're having low interest in our programs and we're having low enrollment in the introductory courses. We've been trying to increase this, and we've done a lot of marketing and a lot of going out there to attend career fairs and to let the students in that area know what the professions are in occupational therapy and physical therapy. Part of the problem in the students in the Starr County area are that they're not familiar at all with what these professions are. I've done various career fairs at the local high schools between La Grulla, Rio Grande, Roma, and even done recruitment there on the college campus. And what I'm getting from a lot of these students is that they're not exposed to such careers in the medical field. A lot of them have said that when they're in high school, they're very limited as to what they're being given as information as to what careers to pursue. Some of them say the only careers that they told me that was really out here in Starr County for STC was psychology, going into the educational field, going into criminal justice, going into nursing. And then the male students would say that they were also given the option of doing, besides these, the option of doing something like into welding and mechanical and diesel and so forth. Yet they were never told that the college has the Nursing and Allied Health division that not only offers nursing programs, but also offers allied health programs, such as in occupational therapy assistant and physical therapist assistant. So part of the problem of us getting a low enrollment in the introductory courses is that these students are not aware of such programs. So we are trying to make as much as of a representation of our programs in Starr County. Unfortunately, all of our faculty are in McAllen, so what we're trying to do is make it at least out to the Starr County area once or twice a week so that students get to see our presence and they get to sit down with us and talk to them so that we can look at their degree works and look to see what they need in order for them to start taking the requirements for our program. We've also established what we call a communication between the Starr County College Connection representative, admissions, the advisors, the counselors. I've made it a point where I've gone out to the Starr County campus and spoken to the advisors and the counselors, and we had a meeting where I was explaining to them in detail what were the requirements of the programs that we offer, the occupational therapy and the physical therapist assistant programs, and what were the requirements for students to take the principles of occupational therapy course, and what were the requirements to take the introductory to physical therapy course. We do require that students have to pass the ACT and that they do have to pass the HESI exams. Unfortunately, a lot of these students, especially when they're right out of high school, they don't have these exams. At some point or another in high school, they were never told that it was not required, or some say it was not even recommended to them for them to take the ACT. So as such, when they're trying to do a program like us, they're lacking such test scores and have to go back and test again. Part of the approaches that we're trying to do to enroll more of the students into the PTA and OTA introductory courses in Starr County is, like I mentioned, we're trying to work collaboratively more with our program chairs, the advisors, the college connection representatives, and the high school counselors in that area, so that they could be aware of exactly what type of requirements are needed for our programs. A lot of times, students are misguided. We've had instances where students would come to me and say, I went to such and such office and they gave me the requirements for your program, and it's not what you're telling me. At some point or another, I don't know how it happens, they're misguided and we're given the wrong degree plan. Students are taking courses they don't need for our program, and thus they fall through the cracks, meaning that a student is not ready to apply to the program when they were expecting to, which delays them to apply to the program, until a later time. So what we're trying to do to avoid that is to, like I mentioned, go to Starr County. We've got the College Success courses out there and the College Success for Healthcare courses out there, and Anatomy and Physiology, which is a big important component of our curriculum, which is basically the backbone for these professions. And we're going out there and trying to present to their students and doing as much presentations as we can. What I've noticed is when students listen to our presentations and they hear about our professions and what they offer and get to see videos as to what these professionals do in those fields, they start to get interested. So this is one of our recruitment ways for us to start increasing our enrollment in their introductory courses over there. It's very important that as a program, that as teams within the different departments in the college, that we develop clear pathways, that we are very clear as to what are the requirements for the program. It is also very important that we help students as much as they can. What I've noticed with students in the Starr County area is that a lot of them are first college students. They are the first in their family to attend college. And it's unfortunate that some of them don't know how to start the college process. Some of them don't know how to apply to the college, or how to access their TSI scores, or how to even sign up to test the exam, or how to sign up for the ACT. They don't know how to work through JAGNet to look up courses for them to get registered. Some don't even know how to go through the webpage to look for information that they need. As such, as program advisors, that should be our goal, to help these students, guide them correctly so that they're not frustrated because they don't get the information that they need. Instead, it's, some people say, you're guiding them by the hand. Well, in some instances, when they're first college students, you have to. Some of these students have parents that have never been to college either, and they have no idea how to help their child. And then what happens? Then those students don't end up getting a college education because they don't know where to go to or how to start. Coming from a background in exactly the same situation, I was a first college student in my family. My parents had no idea as to how the college system worked. I was fortunate that when I started college, I got the correct guidance, and then from there I learned and I started to do it on my own. But if it wouldn't have been for that one person that helped me, I don't think I would have been able to attend college because I was lost. So when I see students like that, I really am compassionate of that, and I do the best I can to help them and guide them into what they need help in, so that they could start taking the classes that they need and be prepared for them to apply to the program. Another thing that students tell us is that they like to see web pages that are very well organized and that are user friendly. Not everybody is technology savvy, so there are some students that are not like the millennial. They're like older, and like I'm an older generation student, so they need to have web pages that are user friendly, that they can understand and they can be guided through, and they can go to the admissions office and get what they need, and then go into, let's say, a program page and get what they need, and so forth. Another thing that we're trying to do right now is be more present on social media. we're trying to be more present in the social media where students are. We've set up the STC webpage where we have our students created a Facebook account and they created an Instagram account as well in both occupational therapy and the physical therapist assistant programs. And what's really neat about it is that they've uploaded as many pictures as they can on the activities that they do in the classroom setting and during clinicals and not clinicals, their lab activities. So this helps them recruit in some way or show students what we do. And because so many students are so much into social media right now, it has been a good recruitment tool. I use them, I show the videos, or I show Instagram and or I show Facebook when I go into the high schools to recruit, and that really catches the student attention. So that's another approach that we're trying to do. Like I mentioned, creating clear pathways, we need to guide a student from step one, how to register at STC, how to take the TSI and ACT, the HESI exams, and coming in for program advising. I'm guiding them correctly, taking the time to go through degree works to make sure that they have some of the prerequisite courses, checking to see what courses they need for the following semester. If the student does not have a class that they need and they don't know how to register, then we need to take that step forward and help them get registered so that they can have all the program requirements that they need so that they can continue and be able to apply to our program on a timely manner. Part of our other things that we need to tell students and that other departments need to know is that we require in our programs program-specific requirements for clinical practice, which one of the most important ones, and that's why I'm mentioning it right now, is that they need to have a cleared background check. And they need to have a cleared alcohol and drug screening. The background check is the most important one. So this is something that students even in high school need to know because if they have something on their background now at a young age, it's going to come back and affect them when they're trying to get into our program. So this is something that we as teams, as advisors, as mentors have to make students aware and let them know that this is a very important part of wanting to apply to our programs. So in trying to help with the student recruitment and in increasing our student recruitment in Starr County for the Introduction to Physical Therapy course and for the Principles of Occupational Therapy course, we have to look at what type of representatives we are. How are we treating a student? How are we making that student welcome to come into the college setting and for them to come into our office and feel confident and feel at ease, that we're not intimidating those students. So when I was doing the research in this project and looking at the three theories, the ones that I found I thought would be more geared towards what I am looking at and trying to increase student enrollment, I looked into the X and Y theory and how it's applied to the organizational issues. As such as, like I mentioned earlier, it is imperative for us as college representatives to help students and meet their educational goals. And we must be the ones that have a positive mindset. We must be the ones that guide these students, that encourage them, that motivate them to pursue the career choice that they want. And making the college our programs more present in Starr County, that's the approach that we have to take. We have to take a positive approach in meeting with these students, offer proper customer service skills, because in reality, the first impression that a student gets, the type of customer service that we give that student will either inspire the student to continue to pursue a college education or not. When a student has a bad college experience, let's say, for instance, they've come to me and say, I've gone to the admissions office at main campus, and the person that attended to me gave me the runaround. I was wanting to get information, and they're like, well, you need to go here, you need to go there. but they never picked up the phone to call and ask to see if that was a department I needed to go to. Others have come back to say and to me and say, I've been to such and such office to get information, and it seemed that the person that was talking to me was upset because I was asking too many questions. Now, as college representatives, we can't take that approach. We can't have the X theory type of personality where we are not wanting to do our work to help that student. We have to be influential. We have to be professional representatives so that we can influence those students in a positive way and get them to do what they need to. As such, the professional behaviors that we need to look into and in the Y theory personality type is, we have to have great customer service skills. We have to have a positive mindset. We have to be attentive professionals. We've got to motivate them. We have to have empathy. We have to be compassionate. What I mean by having empathy is that a lot of times students come with a lot on their shoulders. Some don't know where to start. Some are lost, and I can say not some, the majority of our students are lost. And it is our responsibility and our job to help them so that they could be motivated to pursue a degree. I've had many students, like I mentioned, I worked for the college for over 19 years. And I've had many students that come to my office saying, I can't do this. I've been told I can't do that. This is such a tough degree. I'm never going to be able to pursue a degree in physical therapy. I'm never going to be able to pursue a degree in occupational therapy because I've been told I can't. It is our job to help those students and get that negative mindset out of their mind and for them to become positive. And think that they can, because in reality, anybody can, and they can. It's just a matter of how much time are they going to dedicate to what they want to do. So as professionals that are helping students in the college setting and are trying to apply to our programs, we need to be compassionate and we need to help them and we need to be able to provide as much information for them. If they come to us and say, I have a hold and I don't know what type of hold it is, or I don't know if my test scores are in, it doesn't take us but a few minutes as a representative to pick up the phone and call the correct department and help them out. Sometimes, these students are coming from a distance to come and meet with us, and then they come to our office, and if they're asking for like a specific test score and I don't know it, why would I send that student over to another department and have them travel a bit more when all I have to do is pick up the phone and call and find out for them? So that's the type of customer service skills that we need to do and have so that we can inspire students to continue in having a positive and good college experience. On the other hand, the theory that I use, which is the X theory, the personality traits in that theory is one that has a negative mindset, is one that does not have the best customer service skills, that is not going to motivate the students, usually is the type of person that will give the student a runaround and say, okay, no, I can't help you, but you need to go in such and such office and find out. They're not attentive. They're the type of person that really is like, will be very short and to the point, and that's it. It's not the one that will actually sit down with the student and listen to them to see what goals they have in mind or what route they want to take. These are not the type of representatives that will establish a relationship with students either. A lot of times this is the type of representative that will say, why do we have to guide a student by the hand when it's their responsibility as adults to do it themselves? They should be able to log onto the college webpage and find out this information. They should be able to log in and register themselves for courses. It is our responsibility, like I said, as representatives to guide those students correctly and not attend to them with that type of negativity or not be understanding of what the students' needs are. The X theory personality is one that will definitely give a student a bad feel as to what a college experience is going to be like. It's going to be more of a negative type of experience for them. And most definitely, when we have a representative with that personality, it's not going to help us recruit students for the programs that need it. Especially ours, and not in my case, and the what I'm presenting is the low enrollment for the occupational therapy and the physical therapist assistant introductory courses in Starr County. If we are that type of representative with the X theory personality, we're not going to get students. We're going to push them away instead of having them come towards us. So we do have to look at the approach as to how we, talk to students, so that, we make our college welcoming for them, and make them have a good college experience so that they can be successful in life. So in concluding this, I would say that the X and Y theory applied to the organizational issue that I had in my department was the low enrollment. It's a low enrollment, and it's not low enrollment. I would say it's because the students are not aware of our programs. We need more of our program presence in Starr County. We need more of the high school counselors to have knowledge of the programs that we offer, not just only specific programs. Parents need to be aware too. Some of these parents don't know what these professions are. And so we need to have more of a communication with the community in Starr County, and maybe have evening college career fairs so that parents can come in and they can all learn along with their son or daughter what type of programs we offer and what it entitles and what are the requirements and so forth. So in relating and trying to help our programs increase enrollment for the introductory courses in physical therapy and the occupational therapy assistant programs, I would say that the X theory personality will definitely not help us in any way, because it's going to lead the student to have a bad college experience. The XY theory representative will definitely leave a good influence on the student's educational path. This will be the type of employee that will take their time to listen and to care for their students. This is a type of representative that will establish a connection with students even when they're in high school. You could establish a connection with students in high school when you do go into career fairs, and then keep in contact with them until they graduate, and then they come into the college setting and continue with the degree that they want to. So in my case, I would say that I would stick more, and it would be more of an asset for the college to have the X theory personality representative, as it will be a positive influence, and it will allow students to continue with their educational goals and eventually pursue the degree that they dreamed of. Thank you so much.